What's up, everybody? Looks like we have looks like everything might be working. Could that possibly be the case? Yes, it is. Let me go ahead and tone this microphone down just a bit. It is kind of hot. There we go. That's pretty good. Hey, oh boy, that is really hot. I am going to bring this microphone way down because it is doing a nice job. Hey, tell me what you think about the audio on my voice. Not that I just want you to tell me what I sound like, but what does the audio sound like? And do you notice anything different? So let me know in the chat. Hey, welcome everybody. This is the retroCombs live stream. And today, this was kind of an at the last minute, but not necessarily ad hoc because I had some things and I got some things planned. But what we're going to do today is we're going to be looking at Raspberry Pis. Oh my gosh. And specifically, we're going to be looking at the Raspberry Pi 5, but we will get to that in just a little bit. Let's see who we have in chat. Audio is good, no complaints here. Thank you for that. Thomas, hey, welcome Thomas. Thomas, have you been on live stream before with us in chat? Good to have you here. If this is your first time, if it is your second time, apologies. But welcome to the friendliest chat in YouTube at this particular time. Got a great group of standards. Let's see, it looks like we have Mr. Landfill was first to the chat room today. He did a great job, as always, getting there first. Jamie probably thought he had it next, but missed out just a little bit. So for whatever reason, the retroCombians like to figure out who's going to hit chat first. And it always seems to be Mr. Landfill. I think Jamie may have one on the scoreboard, but I think it's 12-0 for Mr. Landfill, or 12-1, I guess was actually what it would be. So good to have you here, both of you. Xander is here. Xander with his good morn, noon, eve, night retroCombians greeting. Always good to have Xander here. We did a little sound check earlier too on just the sound for that introduction. This is only the second time I've used that 10-minute pre-prepared introduction. Tell me what you guys think about that. Do you like it? I kind of dig it because it gives me some time to get some things. Like I said in chat while we were in there, I was going to go get my favorite drink for live streams. And today it is the L8 Peach. L8 Peach. What a nice summertime flavor. These are only available, I think, in the summer. So, and I am actually headed to Kentucky tomorrow for a couple of days, so I will have to restock. I don't know if I can still get these. So if not, they have other flavors or just the original. So those are always my favorite. Not a sponsor, although I wish L8 were a sponsor of my live streams. Now that would be cool. So pretty good there. Who else is in here? We had, I believe I saw Cubicle Nate. Yeah, Cubicle Nate popped in here a little bit earlier. Cubicle Nate always has some great projects on his channel. So make sure you check out his channel too. And his stuff, he actually, some of his stuff inspires me. I will just say that. So Cubicle Nate's got some really fun stuff. So be sure to check him out. Also, looks like we have, of course, I mentioned Jamie is here. I do want to put a note out for Jamie. Jamie is an executive producer for the channel, which means he does have the wrench by his name, which, as you all know, means, well, not all of you if you're new to the channel, but means that he can help us with links and banning. And if you say the wrong thing and not keep this place family friendly, he will ban you quick. I think he could probably, I've never seen him, but he could be a little ban happy if we're not careful. But Jamie's been great. Also, check out Jamie's channel. Jamie's been getting ready for DEF CON. Just posted a video yesterday with an interview. I won't give it away, but Jamie, please feel free to put that link into chat. Good stuff. And also, if you've not been checking out his, let me see here, his HackerBox videos, you have to do that. So he is a regular HackerBox contributor, I feel like. And I think, Jamie, is it true? Did I just hear that your stickers are showing up in HackerBoxes, which is way cool. So that is very, very cool. By the way, yes, going back to the mic, I have a new lav mic, which means when I'm moving around now, you can hear me no matter where I go, I think. So tell me in the chat. Hopefully that's the case. But hopefully you're enjoying this little lav mic. I like it. It's tiny. It has a little there's a video coming. So I'll stop there. But there is a video coming about this little guy right here. So hang on to that. Whew. I'm running out of breath. I need to slow down. Okay, I was running around upstairs, so I'm still a little bit out of breath. So apologies there. Let's see. Thomas joined in. Again, Thomas, I think this is your first time. So welcome. We also have Stefan's here. Stefan has been with us before. Great to have you rejoin us for another live stream. Boy, the fingers are just going today, aren't they? Tell you what. Let's see. Jamie's welcome. Oh, Patrick just popped in on it. It's good to see you. Patrick, is L8 sugar-free? There is a sugar-free version not typically in these in the flavored, but in their regular. They actually, which is really kind of anti-L8, they actually have a non-caffeinated version too. So they do have a non-caffeinated, non-sugar version. They're hard to come by. They're only in certain parts of the world. Although, here's something interesting. If you're in the United States and you have a Cracker Barrel, if you go to their specialty soda fountain area, you can find L8. So if you ever want to try one and find out why I love them. Now, I will say, I have never had anybody had a sip the first time say they loved it. It's the weirdest thing. It's one of those things, it's kind of like coffee, I think. I think you have to kind of get hooked on it. So that's the way that works. And Jamie, yes, they do have some zero cal options. Absolutely. Sound equals awesome. Thanks. Good. Again, I'm really liking that because, as you know, a lot of times I like to move around, and this mic up here just didn't really capture it, but this keeps it consistent, right? So now I can just kick back and really live stream, right? And just kind of have a conversation with you. Probably not what you want, but, or maybe you do want me further away from the camera. I don't know. You tell me down in chat. That could be kind of interesting too. All right, let's see. Anybody else? Let's see. I think I get this caught up. If I have failed to recognize you, please put something in chat. If you are watching and you're not in chat, that's where the fun is. You want to be in chat, so make sure you do that. Let's see. We got 14 people watching. We only have 4 likes. Now, we know what that means. We know that if you only have 4 likes and 14 viewers, y'all need to go down there and get doing some work. So do some work down there so that everybody knows that we are online. Appreciate that. That'll be great. Okay, so what do we have in store today? Ooh, let me clear out the, not that I don't love you there, Mr. Landfill, but you are out of there. Whoop, you are out of there. There we go. Perfect. I love it. Jamie says, smash it. I have a hard time just saying smash that like button. I don't know why. That just seems too trendy to not my generation. What would be something for us, my generation, besides hit the like button? I don't know. I don't know. I'm thinking, is there an 8-bit or a 70s, 80s kind of thing? Hey, Jason, good to have you here. Jason just popped in, and he is helloing from Texas. Good to have you here, Jason. And also, Nodster just popped in too. I charge per like. Oh, okay. Well, send me the bill. All right. So make sure you do that. I was born in 65. You know, I'm in my, here, this is full disclosure, full confession to my retroCombians, 59. It's my last year in my 50s. What am I going to do? I'm going to flip over to the 60s next year. Oh boy, here we go. Don't feel like 60, so that's good, right? So I'm happy about that. So again, thanks. Great group today. You all are probably here because you are interested in the topic du jour, as we like to say, or I don't like to say it. I think it's the first time I've ever said the topic du jour on my live stream, but we are looking at Raspberry Pi, specifically the Raspberry Pi 5. But before we do that, I do have a couple of things that I want to share with you that I have acquired. One of them we actually need today, so we'll go ahead and do that. So have all of you heard of this store? Oh my goodness, I had it in my mind. It's something called the Pop Shop. It's like a Five Below, kind of like a dollar store. We were traveling at for a family wedding, and we saw this shop. We'd never heard of it before. My wife wanted to check it out. I said, oh, that could be cool. And they have inexpensive stuff, right? Like homes. It's a lot like those dollar stores. Not like Dollar General store, but like Five Below or whatever. But anyway, it's the first time I'd seen it. It was kind of, I don't know, it seemed, wouldn't say, well, it was nicer. It was kind of clean. Everything was put up nicely. Again, kind of like a Five Below, but they had a gadgets aisle, which was really kind of actually more than one gadgets aisle. They had 1, 2, 3, 4 aisles of gadgets. So I picked up a few things because they were cheap. Picked up this guy right here, just the color alone, man. USB-C flash drive. What would you pay for a 16 gigabyte? So this is your down in chat. What would you pay for a 16 gigabyte flash drive? Now this is only, unfortunately, this is only USB 2.0, but it did serve a need that I had. Which is 16 gigs, and I plan on doing some Linux distribution on there and booting from that. So what would you pay for this? I know I paid too much, but probably, I don't know. Let's see what you guys think. There you go. So how much would you pay? So I got that. But I also found this, and I actually needed one of these. This is a wired mouse. I just needed a simple wired mouse, and we actually need that today for this thing. So it's actually going to come in really handy. So I'm looking forward to that. So let's go ahead and we'll open that up while we're doing that. $10. Nope. Less than $10. That's for sure for a 16 gig. Sorry about that, Jason. Hey, Chris just came in here. Hey, Chris, good to have you here. Thanks for popping in. Oh, Patrick joined us too. Hey, Patrick, snuck in on us too. ChatBT suggested hit it with your high five. Ooh, I love it. Hit it with your high five that like button. Ooh, there you go. What do we think about that, Patrick? We can do high five that like button. That's better than smash, right? High five that like button. That's kind of retro. I'm kind of digging that. You guys let me know what you think. $4.99 I have a $6 or £6. Actually, you ready for this? $3. $3. So not bad, right? Not bad. I mean, it's some kind of, let's see where it's made. US Canadian, made in Taiwan. So this is made in Taiwan. It's not made in China. It's made in Taiwan, and it is USA, Canada, Dexon Digital Storage. Dexon Digital Storage. So hopefully it works. And you know, some of these you can't boot from, so I'm hopeful that this is one. But for $3, I thought I'd give it a shot. And if it works, at least a couple of times, it's worth that. So what would you pay for a wired mouse? Let's do that one next while I'm opening it up. Wired mouse. What would you pay for a wired mouse? And we'll get this guy open while you guys are guessing. Xander, is that your mouse price? I think that's probably your mouse price, right, Xander? Let me know if that's your mouse price. So let's get this thing open here. The other thing I like about this mic too is I can lean over and I don't get a different sound, because up here it'd be kind of muffled right now. So I can really chill with this microphone. I think I'm going to really like it if I can ever get this box open. Oh, I shouldn't. Yeah, it's not like I'm going to take it back. What am I worried about the box for? All right, $3 for the wired mouse. Jason with the guess. Xander, $4.99. Anybody else want to take a guess on the wired mouse price? So here we go. $3.99, no USB, but mouse $3.99. Gotcha. Okay. So again, here's what you're getting. Oh my gosh, this is a budget mouse. I will say that, but hopefully, here you go. But it's very, very light. Here you can hear the wheel there. Hear the clicks. So this has got to be the cheapest mouse I have ever held. I mean, there's no weighting in here, no nothing. So this one, I think maybe not as good a price, because I think with what you all are guessing, $3.99 would have been good. I actually paid $5 for this. This one was $5. So maybe not as good a deal, but hopefully it'll work, because we do need this mouse today for our Raspberry Pi 5 project. All right. It's kind of a long cord. So there we go. So we will leave that out. Where should we put that? Let's put that over here. All right, the next thing we have two more quick. Oh, let's do this one last. I like this. Let's do this box next. All right, this one has been on back order for quite some time. I don't think Mislav has jumped in, has he? Anybody seen Mislav, our executive producer? If not, I'm cutting open with the knife he sent me. All right. Let's see. I was, as far as I know, what did I get booted out of? You got booted out of? What happened, Mr. Landfill? Something happened? You got booted out of the chat? Live stream? What? I didn't say description information down below for the latest Mega 65 introduction to the user's guide. Oh, good point. What brand of micro SD do you like to use? I use for those Lexar. I like Lexar, and I like SanDisk. Those are the ones that I stick to. By the way, Patrick, that link for my latest video, Chapter 4, it's not in my video description below. That is a miss, you are right, but you can easily find it by going to the channel. It is the last prepared video. It's available. It's got pretty decent views right now. I mean, for the Mega 65 stuff. Mega 65 stuff usually gets about 1,000 views total. They don't, there's not high interest, but it's just something I really wanted to do. So let me get this out of the way. So here, if you remember, we've been playing with the Atari 2600 Plus, and one of the things that it does is it plays Atari 28. Atari, oh, I shouldn't have done that, should I? You probably heard that. Atari 7800 games. But the problem was I didn't have a joystick with 2 buttons. Now I do, and I have the official CX78 Plus. Been waiting for this so that I could play those Atari. I think it was Choplifter I was trying to play, and we couldn't drop bombs because we didn't have the second button, but now we do. So I'm thinking maybe we come back and revisit during a live stream Atari 7,800 games on the 2600 Plus. If that's something you think you would like to see, put that in the chat below. We'll keep the chat as interactive as possible. Love to have you guys participating. Makes this a lot more fun. And I'm sure I'm going to learn from all of you as I put this Raspberry Pi 5 together. All right, here we go. Oh, let's see. Looks like we have there. So is there a joystick in here somewhere? Oh, there it is. Almost lost it, didn't see it. All right. Let's go ahead and we will put this together. By the way, I'm running the Stream Deck. Can I show you the Stream Deck? I think I can show you the Stream Deck right here. Well, it's over here, right there. Hold on, right there. I'm actually kind of germane to the live stream today. I took yesterday and I have the companion server software. This used to be running on the Mac that's running everything else, and I wanted to take some load off of that Mac, and I put it on Raspberry Pi 5, and now the Raspberry Pi 5 is driving my Steam Deck with companion, so I can do all these kinds of fun things like that right there, which is really cool. So kind of neat. Okay, where were we? Oh yes, I was trying to put the little joystick in here, so let me go ahead and get that out of here. Notice that just disappeared by itself. I finally figured that out, which is nice. Let's go ahead and go back here and let's put this in. And that just kind of screws in there. And there we go. Now we have a 2-button, oh, looks like we got a little plastic on here. Let's get that off there. Now we have a 2-button mouse for, I don't know if I'm going to like this mouse or not though. This feels, I'm not sure this is a great mouse, but we'll try it out. So there you go. And it's got the 9-pin DIN connector right there. Perfect. So there it is, the CX78 Plus. Right there. Come on, focus. There we go. Right there. All right, let's go ahead and we will put that back over here with our other, we have just like a shelf of joysticks here. And put that, say we got all the ones that I love right there. So there we go. All right. Let's see, last thing that we have that we want to take a look at is, it is time for the most recent, I love this thing, and since I'm traveling, this is going to be great because this will go in my bag with me. Zap 64, outstanding. Couldn't have come at a better time. So here's the latest. This is the May-June 2024. Again, if I've not said this over and over and over, you should really subscribe to this if you are a Commodore fan. These are so much fun to get these. That covers a lot of the latest stuff, some classic stuff. Just a blast. And of course, Perifractic, or as I like to call him, Perifrantic, which he probably appreciate that, knowing how he likes to butcher names, is the editor, which is fun. So you can kind of see what he's brought to the book. I never, not being from England, this was not something, it was something I read regularly back in the day, but it is fabulous. And I've said this over and over, it does come with this wonderful thing called Cover Mount, which is a collection of games and demos that you get with this magazine sent digitally. Maybe one time in a live stream, we should cover a couple of those. If you're interested in that, put that down in the chat below so I know what kinds of things we can do during our live streams. So here we go. Let's see. Timo's Castle, Sizzler. Oh, that looks good. So again, just a lot. Oh, Seawolves. That could be good. I could use an update to Seawolf. That could be fun. So these are just getting caught up. Oh, Barbarian. There you go. Looks like something from the 80s right there. Definitely. Oh my goodness. That looks like that could be a fun game too. Uh-oh. We're going to have to censor on that one. Spinning Image. Here's a game there. The Mad Scientist. Ooh, Star Trader. That looks interesting. So these are the types of things that it covers. Let's see. Normally they have a Mega 65. Here's some hardware. Love that. Ultimate 2+L. We used that in our last live stream, if you remember that. Let's see. Here we go. Here's the corner right here. The Mega 65 corner is featured. Outstanding. So we have Lala, a magical port by Onslaught. You know what? I have not seen that. I want to check that out. Time to update your Mega for sure. As a matter of fact, watch my Mega 65 User's Guide series, and I'm showing you how to do that. And then a new game called Bomb 'Em All. So again, I love that they have included a Mega 65 corner in Zap 64. That alone makes it worth. Again, it's not that expensive. It's $5 or $6 a month. So get your copy. They're just so much. This looks like a really good issue too. I mean, you know what? Maybe I'll just You guys talk amongst yourselves. I may just read this while I know the live stream for today will be you watching me read. How about that? No, you don't want that. Okay, well, maybe you do. I don't know. Yes, Cubicle Nate, you really should subscribe to their magazine. It is fab-tabulous, as we like to say. Let me get caught up on chat before we dig into our Raspberry Pi conversation. So let's see. Patrick, I didn't say just, oh, we already talked about that. Mr. Landfill says, I had my earphones in. I heard you say Mr. Landfill got booted out of, no, I didn't. I did not say you got booted out of here. Did I? I shouldn't have said. Oh, I read something. Yeah, I did say it. I thought you said you got booted out. So glad you're still here, Mr. Landfill. And there we go. He was taking up your champion run as first comment. Got it. Yep. So see, this is what happens when you're trying to talk and moderate chat at the same time, you lose it. So, but maybe that's part of the fun, right? Master System Flashback. Yeah, a little bit, right? Just got my Zap 64 issue and love having a modern magazine to read. I almost read that as modem magazine. It's not a modem magazine. It is a modern magazine. Cover Zap programs. Okay, I think we need to do that. We need to do a cover mount. Maybe I'll pick the last 3 or 4 cover mounts and we'll go through that. That could be fun, right? Patrick says, I have a lot of problems wanting to call the magazine ZZap instead of just Zap. Oh, because it's you got to just extend the Z. Zap, right? Not Zap, Zap 64, I guess. I don't know. Who knows? Isn't there a ZX version of this? So would that be the ZX Zap? I don't know. Boy, I am loopy today. I think I need more, or my first drink of L8. We are now going to have our first drink of L8, and then we are going to dive into our Raspberry Pi conversation. By the way, Computes Gazette. I miss Computes Gazette. That was my zine for sure. Good call out, Patrick. By the way, thanks for joining me an hour earlier. Apologize for that kind of surprise. Big event in our lives. And I put this in the Discord, in my Discord. By the way, we'll talk about those of you that aren't in my Discord, how you can get in the Discord. But my grandniece is coming in, and we've not met my grandniece. She is just turned 1, and she's coming into town, and the lovely accountant and I are going to go meet with her. And then one of the reasons I'm going into Kentucky is I'm following them into Kentucky so that my great-grandniece can meet her, or my grandniece can meet her great-grandmother. So that's going to be fun. So a big family event there. So yes. Commodore 64 is living its best life now, for sure. Yep, and Jamie agrees. Everybody agrees. So Compute Gazette was fantastic. I think I still have issues someplace. I have Compute magazines over here. That's one of those things you think maybe you should take a look at during live streams as well, but you never do. I'm not the only one that thinks that, absolutely. Okay, let's go ahead and let me talk a little bit about what we're going to do today. First of all, this is like my whole collection of Raspberry Pis. I think I have a Pi problem. And I mean that in a good way, I think. But all of these represent, including the Stream Deck now, knowing that there's a Raspberry Pi driving this thing. I have Raspberry Pis all over, and they've all been used for a lot of different... As a matter of fact, I have another one in a box over there that is running a retro game emulator. I take it to the Makerspace when Makerspace has their events, and I set it out with a little joystick, and kids can come by and just try all of the games that we grew up with, and it's very popular. There's almost always somebody on it when I'm doing that. But here, this was, for the longest time, this was running software for my 3D printer. Inside here is a Raspberry Pi 3 with this. This was not a capacitive touch, but it was one of those touch screens, but I could operate Octopi and my printer. But I have since upgraded my printer and no longer need the server. I have a AnchorMake M1, 5, 3, whatever that one is. And all that stuff is in the cloud now. So, but when I had my older 3D printer, this was running Octoprint, and it was nice because I could attach to it. I had a camera to it, so I could observe all those types of things that are now built in. So that's kind of defunct, but that means I do have a freed up Raspberry Pi. I think this is a 3 that I have in here. So that's there. Here's what I love. I found this in a box. This is the original, folks. This is the Raspberry Pi 1, and I've always wondered what I could do with this. I believe this is 512. Is that what this came with? I think there were 2 models, 256 and 512. Correct me if I'm wrong. I have to admit, though, I still love that it uses full-size SD cards. I really like that. They're easy. You can get them in. You can take them out easy. I dig that. But this is the original Raspberry Pi 1. And one of these days I'm going to figure out what to do with it. I love that it had analog audio and video out. It was a little slow for sure. It did have LAN. It had only two USB ports, which I remember that being a struggle because by the time you put a mouse and a keyboard, you were done. Nothing else. So that is the Raspberry Pi 1. Love that stuff right there. Now, this one is a Raspberry Pi 2. So this one is really cool. I found this case with this screen, plugs right, it's a hat that plugs from Pi Moroni, plugged right on top of the Raspberry Pi 2, and it lets you have a little screen. And I was using this, you can see I had for Wi-Fi, I had to use a USB Wi-Fi plug, which is here. By the way, LAN only on this one, no Wi-Fi. Same with the two, you either had networking or you had the plug, which I have here, the USB dongle, but you got 4 USB ports so that you could have USB and a mouse and a keyboard. So that was really nice. Little upgrade. I think this is 1 gig if I'm not mistaken. But I was doing retro gaming on this. Whenever this Raspberry Pi 2 is released, that's what I was using. So there's that one. So, and then we went to the Raspberry Pi 3, which is right here. The Raspberry Pi 3 is upgraded even some more with Wi-Fi, HDMI. What did the Raspberry Pi 2 have? Raspberry Pi 2 also had HDMI, so I guess that was the first one for HDMI. Raspberry Pi 3 still had the micro USB for power, so good upgrade for its day. Then, and I don't have one because I've used it, the Raspberry Pi 4, which is running this thing over here, and that had USB-C power, Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, everything, which is just great. So I love that. So let me go ahead and clean up a little bit. Move these over here. And what's fun is now, oh, I forgot this variant right here. This is the Zero, right? The Raspberry Pi Zero. And there's been, I think, 2 versions of this. Raspberry Pi Zero, Raspberry Pi Zero W with Wi-Fi. That's what this is. This is, Jamie, eventually, if we ever get to it, this is going to go in my Pi DP, 8? Pi DP 8? Yep. So this one is reserved for that. So one of these days we'll get to that and put that together. So Pi's everywhere. Let me zoom in here. But this is what we're doing today. I have the official Raspberry Pi 5 right here that has never been taken out of the box. This is the 8 gigabytes of RAM. And I've been wanting to put this together, and I thought I was just going to put it together yesterday, and I thought, no, let's not do that. Let's have a live stream where we do it live and show everybody how I tear things up and break them, and nothing ever works the way they should. So we'll see how that goes. But we're not just going to fire this up. We're going to do something unusual, not unusual, but something new. We are going to add a NVMe SSD using this Waveshare PCIe to M.2 Hat. So hopefully by the end of this live stream, we'll be booting from this thing instead of booting from this thing, right? Well, not this one right here, but this one right here. Right there. Hey, my dehumidifier just turned on. Can you guys hear that dehumidifier? Let me know. If not, I'm not going to go turn it off. If so, I'm going to go turn it off. But just let me know if you hear the dehumidifier. Because it is pretty humid where I am. So we'll be using this to boot from. So we're actually going to prepare this and get it all ready. And then hopefully by the time we're done, as I said, we'll be able to boot. So we got some putting together to do. I have this case. I don't know if we'll get to putting this in the case. Maybe not for this, but I just want to show you the case. So we'll set that aside. If we have time, we'll try and put it in there. I don't think we're going to have time. I also do have the Pi Active Cooler. You really need that for this Raspberry Pi right here. That's almost a requirement. So this is the Active Cooler. We'll see if we can get that going. And what else? Oh yeah, I also have the official 27 watt Raspberry Pi USB-C power supply. So that's on the docket for day. Mr. Landfill says I can hear it in the background, but only slight noise. I tell you what, hang on just one second. Now the key is I have to remember to turn it back on before I leave. So I need one of those. It's an older dehumidifier. And of course in the basement you need those. But I need one of those that I can control with my Google Assistant, and then I can just say, you know, when I come down, or actually when I come down here, I say, hey Assistant, live stream, and it turns on a bunch of stuff for me. These lights, gets it all ready. And then if that were one of those I could control with a Google Assistant, then I could have it turn on and turn off. Unfortunately, it's also one of those ones that's a toggle touch. It's not a flip on or off, so I can't even put a switch on it because that won't work. So, all right. So thank you for that, Mr. Landfill. I appreciate it. Okay, so let me see. Let me just get caught up on chat. Did I miss anything? Does anyone remember that Spartan device for the Commodore 64 is ridiculously boxy, but I dreamed of having one of those someday? I don't remember that. Do not. Interesting. OG Pi, that's right. We went for the 1980s with Commodore stuff in most stores to nothing but leftovers in the late 90s. Now we can order products worldwide again. It is a great time to be I should move this over here. That way I'm not leaning over. It is a good time to be in the Commodore 64 hobby for sure. Excuse me, L8. There, I just smacked it. There you go. There's a negative. Non-working one, oh, interesting. Somebody else did that. Looks like the Mimic Spartan was an Apple II clone. Really? There was an Apple II clone for the, you know, I probably saw it in ads in Compute Magazine now that y'all are, so that's it. Oh, interesting. Someone sold one on eBay. You know, it seems like that would be something that you could recreate with modern components now too. So pretty cool. Let's see, what do we got here? Mine sold for almost nothing. Of course it did. I love the Pi. Yeah, who doesn't love Pi, right? Fancy. There you go. Yeah, we hear you fine. Good. I can't. Oh, that's okay. So we're back to that. All right. So let's go back to. Hey, we got a pretty good number of views going on right here. Thank you all for watching. Appreciate it. All right, let's go back down here. Let me clear this. And oh, wrong one. There we go. And keep the chat going if you have questions as we go. Let's see if we can start getting this thing ready and start getting it prepared. So the first thing we need to do is, even before I do all this, because it's going to take some time, I am going to prepare this this SD card. I'll get it right here in a minute. We're going to prepare the SD card right here. All right, this is kind of cool because it came in this little case right here, or adapter. We're not going to use that, although I guess we could. Actually, it might make it easier. I probably won't lose this thing. This is a 32 gigabyte. You can see that right there. So it's a SanDisk. So we're going to take that. We're going to plug that in to my, well, let me move my L8 over here so you can see what's going on. Hopefully I don't spill that, but I've got a little slot right here for my Mac. I just plug that in. All right, so that is inside. Now, I think it came with the operating system, but we are going to update that. So I'm going to go back to my Mac view here, and I have pulled up the Raspberry Pi Imager. This is the latest version, 1.8.5, and what we're going to do is we're going to use this to prepare our SD card. And this does some things that, you know, a lot of times you would use Etcher, but there's some things that this does that maybe a lot of people don't know about that makes your Raspberry Pi setup so much easier. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to choose our device, and this is the Raspberry Pi 5. So we're going to choose that. The operating system we're going to choose is the Raspberry Pi OS 64-bit right here. So we're going with the stock. We're going to choose our storage, and that is this 32 gig that we just talked about. So we'll select that. Now I'm going to go to next. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to edit some settings. Okay, so I'm going to do this right here. So now this has been set up. So you can see yesterday I was setting up my Raspberry Pi 4 to be the companion of, whoa, there we go, to be the companion server for my Stream Deck. So my host name for it was companion.local. I've already got the username, password. The nice thing is I already have my wireless LAN. I have my locality settings, all that. So all of that is going to be burned to the SD card so that when I turn it on, it is automatically going to connect and be accessible on my home network, which is really cool. But I don't want that host name. So let's change that host name. Let's go ahead and let's change that to, what do I want to call this? I'm going to call this RPi5. You want to make it something that you're going to remember. And then, like me, you're going to write that down somewhere because you will forget it at some point. So let me do this RPi. So this would be, to address this, it'll be raspi-config.local. So that'll let us SSH into the device and connect remotely to it. And I don't have to worry about IP addresses. Now, eventually what I will do is once I get it online, I'll go to my, by the way, I have a new router. I'm really enjoying that. It is right here. This is a new TP-Link. I actually have two of them. I have one downstairs, one upstairs, so it's a mesh. And in there, I will assign a DHCP for that specific device, so it always has the same IP address. But the nice thing is, you don't really need it when you set a host name either. So, so that's kind of nice. Now, if we probably won't have time in this live stream, but there is something new for the Raspberry Pi 5, and I'm probably going to do a video on it called RPi Connect, I believe is what it's called. And RPi Connect is a free service from the Raspberry Pi folks where you can go in, create an account, set up your Raspberry Pi 5, download the RPi Connect software on your Raspberry Pi 5, and you can access that Raspberry Pi 5 anywhere in the world. That's very cool. I'm going to do that for this, but we're probably not going to do it during this live stream, okay? That'll come, I think I'm going to do a separate video because I've already started talking about, put some notes together for that. So that'll probably be a separate video. It'll probably be a prepared video, because I think it's important enough to spend some time with it so that people know how to do that. And it's going to be so useful. And it's making me change the way that I think I'm going to use this Raspberry Pi 5. I don't want to give it away, but if you've been watching my other live streams, you know, I'm giving it away a little bit. I've been playing with C64 OS Vision, and it's been kind of disastrous. But I may switch out those guts, use that for something else, and then pop this. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. We'll see. So, or maybe I'll leave that. I don't know. I'm going to figure out. But at least being able to access this Raspberry Pi 5 remotely from anywhere, that's pretty cool. Okay, so we're going to save these. Now, the other things you do have your services. I have enabled SSH. So if I want to log into this Raspberry Pi, I could type Stephen Combs at rpi5.local, and now let me SSH into it. You also have some additional options here, play sound, eject, all those kinds of fun. So there you go. I don't need to enable telemetry. I'll turn that one off. So we'll save that. And then it says, would you like to apply customization settings? We'll say yes, right here. And all existing, again, just be careful, select the right thing, and we're going to say yes. So that's going to go ahead and write that. Let me do a little password here, make sure I'm not showing anything. Yep. All right, good. And we are writing, so we will let that go for now. And what I'm going to do now is I am going to come back to my top down, and we'll go ahead and start breaking out some of the parts and components and things that we need. Is the TP-Link your DHCP server 2? I just set up OpSense, and I'm really happy. It is my DHCP server. Yes, it does do that. The other neat thing about, I will say this, the other neat thing about this device, oops, if I get the right thing here, the other neat thing about this is it also has its own Dyn DNS service. So I have already registered a retroCombs name for that. It's free with the router, which is nice. So you eventually will be able to maybe come to a service that's in the studio. I mean, that's kind of the goal. So we are hooked up to 2 gigabit fiber up and down right now. This is a 2.5 gigabit router. So it's perfect for what I have right now. So I'm really liking it. By the way, those little lights lets you know that it is currently, I can put a link to this in the video description if you're interested in the model I have. If this isn't working, it turns into an exclamation point, which is just kind of cool feedback. You know, so if your internet's down or something. I will say this, I moved from the Google hubs. They were disastrous. And then I did some reading, found out that a recent firmware was making them even worse. So I just ripped them out, decided to go with just something that's TP-Link, pretty solid, rock solid. This had great reviews. So I stuck with it. I've been so happy since it's been in, both of them. No issues. The lovely accountant's happy. She's not calling me at work saying the internet's down. So very happy with it too. So very pleased with that. I've been digging OpenSense. I don't know anything about that. Tell me why I might need to look at that. Let's see. Not with that NAT they need to use a service to proxy back if you want to do that. Oh, really? Yeah. So even with like a Dyn DNS service, I can't get back to this. So Jamie's my network. He's like, I get free professional networking service from Jamie because that's his profession. So that's not my profession for sure. Or get a static. I thought with a Dyne, you could, I guess you still have to have, I thought they connected. I thought the router connected through like the Dyne DNS service and it found whatever the route was for the traffic. Is that not right? I'm happy to be corrected because I don't want to get into this thing and find out I can't do that. I am giving up the old router, so I could just go a static IP address and get the same, be the same cost. Wouldn't cost me any more. So, all right, where were we? I got distracted. Let's see. Yes, I got distracted. Imagine that. I got distracted. All right, let's get the Raspberry Pi 5 out of here. None of these things have been opened, so we are opening from, oh, open here. Look at that. I'm sitting here trying to open from here, and it says open here. There you go, folks. Open there. So let's go ahead and do that. Very nice. Oh, here we go. My first look at a Raspberry Pi 5. What do we get inside here? We get a little card right here. Says inspect something. What are we inspecting? I don't know what we're inspecting. Something about temperature, all this, raspberrypi.com. So we have that. We'll put that back in here. We do have our safety and user guide. That's always exciting reading right there, man. I tell you what, I'm going to read every word of that in every language. And then, of course, we have the Raspberry. Oh, this is interesting. Look, this one's set at an offset, a 45-degree kind of offset. Let me turn this back around here. Here you go. Again, got our PCI connector here. That's going to be a little tricky, I'm sure, to get connected. Hopefully that won't cause us any problems. But then we have the standard ports. Looks like we have USB 3.0 and 2.0. We have Ethernet. I think that's still a 1 gig Ethernet, if I'm not mistaken. We do have our micro SD here. One of the things that has been removed is the audio jack. You no longer have the audio jack. Everything's coming out of micro HDMI if you need sound. And then we have USB-C for power. Okay, so there's that. We'll go ahead and set that here. What do we want to do next? Let's break out the hat here. All right, here is the hat. Let's see what we have in here. Again, this has not been opened either. All right, so now I don't know why I didn't get the official one. I got the, I think it was $3 cheaper. I may regret that. I got the Waveshare. Usually their stuff is pretty good. So there are many people are making this adapter now. I think this was $12. I think there's a link in the video description. I'm pretty sure I've already linked to that in the video description. So if you want to take a look and see the specs on that, you can do that. Here is all the pieces here. Oh, I was getting a little scared there for a minute. I thought, am I going to have to solder something? I thought this was just going to be a plug and play, but looks like, what is this for? What in the, oh, I guess if you want to run a cable instead of, maybe, I don't know. There's no instructions, so who knows? I don't think I need that though. I think that's just going to be a nice header pin for me. So let's go ahead and put that to the side right now. Let's put that back in our bag. We don't want to lose that. Hey, if you have any ideas what this might be for, please put that in chat for me, because I do not know. I'm clueless at this point. Don't know why I would need that. All right. So do that. Riser for clearance. You don't need clearance. Oh, maybe. Oh, but that's weird because look how tall that thing is. Wow. That would be, I mean, that's going to set it way up here. Yeah, maybe for some application, right? I guess you can't see. Look at that. I mean, that's going to be way up here. I don't think, and it looks like it's already got the slot for the cooler. Looks like it's cooler compatible. So, interesting. I say that. I think. I guess we'll find out. Interesting. Got to figure out how this is going to go, too. Okay, well, we'll figure that out here in a minute. I do know we have these risers right here that we need to put on here. So let's do this. Let me go ahead, and I do have a page pulled up. Yeah, it could be. I think you're probably right, Patrick. That's probably what it's for. Now, I do have a page pulled up here. Let me go ahead and do this right here, and then I'm going to go do this right here, and it looks like we're successful. So let's go ahead and continue. Let's get out of here, and I am going to eject that. All right, so we should be ready there, but I have this page right here. Maybe this will help us a little bit. And this is our Raspberry Pi documentation M.2 Hat page. Now this is the official Raspberry Pi hat, but I think it should work for us. So I think the key for us is going to be, can we figure out how to get this thing together? That's going to be the interesting part. Let's see, because it looks like this is going to want to go this way, but that can't go that way because those are, let's see, because this has to go like this, right? So it's kind of interesting. I'm trying to figure out what all of this is for. Oh well, I wish this had come with just some instructions whatsoever, but it did not come with anything. So maybe we should check to see if they have some instructions online. Let's see. Yeah, no instructions. So let me see if I can figure out. I thought it was going to be very similar, but evidently it's not as similar as I thought. So let me do this and do Waveshare M.2 Hat Raspberry Pi 5 instructions. All right, let's see if they have something for us. Waveshare, here we go. I say that. This looks like my board. Okay, I think this is it. So let me go ahead and go back over here. And for now, what we'll do is I'm just going to dock this into here so that we can go back and forth. So here it is right here. So this is the PCI to M.2 Hat. That's the one we have right here. Let's see what it says. Hardware description, hardware connection. All right, so looks like, oh, interesting. Looks like how in the world, oh, interesting, guys. We do need that. Check it out. This right here, very, very interesting. Here's what's going to happen with this. Looks like this is going to sit here, and then these are going to slide into here like this, I think, and then that's going to sit there. So that's interesting. So let's go ahead and make sure that's exactly what's happening here. So you would think that they would give us more instructions on how to mount the silly thing. Here's the cable right here. Okay, so let's orient this. So this is like this. Yeah, and so this is going to have to go all the way through there. So it's going to be pushed all the way through. That's interesting. Hopefully that is exactly what's going to happen. And I'm not going to stick my fingers. Here we go. Let's make sure. Let me look at that one more time. Make sure that's what I'm doing. That's got to be. That's the only way that works. Yep. And then I'll put my standoffs. Okay, so that should be it. All right, let's see if we can get this thing in here. There we go, right there. Nice. Okay, so that was easy enough. So let's go ahead and put that down, and then let's go ahead and get our standoffs right here. I don't know if I can zoom in anymore. I think that might be, yeah, that's all. Sorry, guys, that's all I can zoom in right now. We'll do that. I lost you over here. I didn't get you over here. There's my chat room. Whew. There we go. I have been eyeballing that. See, you like this one? I love this keyboard. I would just say, as a matter of fact, I probably have a link down below for this keyboard. If I don't, I will. This has been a blast. I love the feel. Now I am on a Mac, so I had to do some swapping of keys. So Alts are actually my commands, and they don't have, and so this is my option if you're on a Mac. They don't have replacement keys, unfortunately. But I'm more muscle memory, so I don't have to worry about it. This thing, isn't it so cool? It just gives the desk a nice retro vibe. So yeah, happy that you're checking it out, Cubicle Nate. It is good. Cooler first, right? Yeah, absolutely. Got to do the cooler first. We'll get the standoffs, and then we're going to do the cooler. So, but thank you for that. Thanks for keeping an eye on me. I appreciate it. Let's go ahead and see if we can get these things in here. Man, this is like old school motherboard stuff, right? Standoffs and support. Yep, got that. I'll come back, get you caught up on chat. Let's go ahead and get this thing in here. remember doing this when I was building in college. I had a burgeoning PC business. I was building PCs for people in college. Fellow colleague of mine, we would go to Atlanta, Georgia, to a couple of suppliers down there, and we'd pull back parts, and then we would build PCs, and we called our business Abacus Microsystems, which I just love that name, Abacus Microsystems. It lasted about, I don't know, 2 or 3 years, and then we both kind of went our separate ways. Hey, I could have been like Dell back then. Probably not. But we had fun building them, and I learned a lot about computing just by building them, obviously. Of course, those were DOS and Windows machines. I think we got up to 486s, and then that's when we kind of stopped. I think we only sold 1 or 2, mainly 386, SX, and DX machines. A few 286s early on. And it was interesting because people would skimp on money and get monochrome monitors, which that just always surprised me. But we were cheaper than anybody else in town, which was kind of nice. So there's a little background for you. All right, we're going to tighten these guys up a little bit here. And I do not have, can't tighten them. I don't have that little tool with me. I should have grabbed my little tool, but it's fine for now. So we'll do this. All right, so there's that. All right, let's see if we can get this cooler on. Here is the cooler for the Raspberry Pi 5. And interesting that the Raspberry Pi 5 really requires this. So, oh, we have the thermal paste already on here too. All right, let's see if we can figure out how this goes before we remove the thermal paste. Yes, this one doesn't use, I know other fans, you'd use this pin for the old Raspberry Pis. The fan pins were this one and this one. So you'd plug into there. But here, it looks like we have, where's our plug-in fan? Where's it go? Where does it go? I don't know. We have a couple of jumpers here, but I don't think it, does it go in here? I mean, it looks like it would go there, or does it go, there's a cover, interestingly. Whoa, something's buzzing here. Let me just check that. I know we have people traveling, so I just want to make sure that there's somebody on Discord saying they missed my live stream and they're watching it now. So is this it? I'm struggling here, guys. Where is the fan? Let me see if there is a, where is the cooling fan? Somebody find that for me. From the header right, it's push pin. Yeah, it is from the header right. Which one is it? Hey, Dave, welcome. Good to have you here. I'm trying to figure out where I plug this guy in. And interesting. This is, this is going to line up so that it needs to be over. So that one's going to be, looks like, yeah, this arrangement right. No, not that way. This is more difficult than I thought it was going to be. What in the world? Looks like it's going to go this way. It's the little white header to the right of the 40 pin. Really? It is this one, huh? There's a cap on it, which is really interesting. Look at that. Why would they stick a cap on there, you think? So let's see if we can get that off. Does it say fan? Oh, it does. It says fan right there. You can't see it, but it says fan right. Oh, you can see it. Look at that. Fan right there. Okay, thank you guys. Appreciate it. This is why I need the chat room. And we're just going to pull this little guy out. Look at that. I'm just curious why they even put that in there. I guess because it's providing power, maybe just to cover it. What do I do with that? Holy cow. Do I keep that? Do I get rid of it? I don't know. We'll put it in a box. All right, so, and then looks like, where was I? Yeah, it looks like it's going to go this way, which that makes sense because it got the little notch right there. So I just want to be careful because I'm getting ready to peel some paste. And then we're going to push these little things into the holes right there. So, no idea why they have a cover on it, but might ship with it while others do not. I know it's probably going to be interesting, Nodster. Again, I don't know. It's interesting. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to peel off for the, it's not really thermal paste, it's like these little thermal pads instead of paste. All right, so let's go ahead and we'll try and get this just right. I'm going to be away from the camera here just so I make sure and get it perfect. And then we're going to push these little posts in so that it clips. I say that. There we go. That one posted right in. You can see that. And then I need to get this one, which is right here. See that? This one is harder. There we go. So we got that one right there. There we go. So fan is on, or thermal cooling. What do they call this thing? I love the name of it. It's just what was it? It was, where is it? Why can't I keep my boxes? It is, evidently I put the box, oh, here it is right here. It is the active cooler. There we go, the active cooler. It's not just a fan. It does have heat sinks and the fan. Okay, now we're going to plug this in. Looks like, yeah, it's going to go, oh great, it's going to have to go this way. That's going to be tricky. Tricky, tricky, tricky. Missed it. Maybe I should plug that in before I put the thing in. Recommendation, plug this in before you. Gotta be careful, I don't want to hurt these wires. Oh man. Holy cow, who would have thought putting in this little wire would have been so difficult? You all would have, right? This does not feel like it's sitting in here right. Hold on a second, let me check. Houston, we have a problem. Ugh, we have our first problem. I bent a pin. Dag nabbit. Okay, let me grab. I'm going to need something smaller than this. Hold on, I will be... gotta grab something. Right back. Enjoy the chat room for a few minutes. All right, let me see if I can fix. Hold on, I'm going to try and fix this first. So you're gonna have to look at my bald head for a minute. This is really tiny. It's not bent that bad, I think. Wow, that is super tiny. This is where I wish I had some of those glasses where I could blow it up. All right, looks like wow. Okay, there's that one. These are super tiny, folks. Do not do what I just did if you get one of these. Evidently I crushed it and it wasn't perfectly aligned with the pin. And this is what I'm really concerned with. Am I going to be able to get it aligned with the pin? Here, you probably don't want to be looking at my bald head. Man, that one is really in bad shape. Guys, I've recovered 1 out of 3, so apologies. This is, man. Wow. I don't know if this is going to be recoverable. I'm really disappointed that I did that. And I don't know if there's any other way to recover from this. Let me try a different. If I have this one, no, that one's, I need a, that one might, yeah, that one might be too big too. Let me try this here. I'm going to start doing these things and not live streaming anymore. Every time I live stream, I butcher these things. I think I get careless because I'm not paying attention. Let's see if maybe if I can just get this guy back. All right, there's 2. That one is going to be tricky. We're getting there, but it is, I don't know if you can see them. So this is, apologies, this is not exciting live streaming for sure. This is, what in the world did retroCombs do today? And they're just so tiny and fragile. Oh wait, did I just get that one? No, it's still up against the wall. I've got one up against the corner and I can't coax it out of there. Oh, wait, there we go, there we go, there we go, got it. Okay, now let's see if I can get that just right. Luckily, they seem pretty robust. I don't feel like they're breaking. Okay, I got 3 out of 4. Now, if I can get this one, I think, oh boy, I can get this in here. Okay. Steady hand. Takes a steady hand for sure. Are those crossed? Okay, those are crossed. So if I can separate those. Oh, they're still crossed. All right, I am going to have to, I am going to lick this thing. Hold on. I'll be right back. It is time to break out this guy. All right, let's see. Let's see if we can use this to blow this thing up so I can see it. Here, I can get you a different view here too. Hold on. So you can at least see what's going on. All right, let me see if I can, if this will help me get this thing. I think where it was probably best. Let me go back up. There we go. Perfect. Now I can see what I'm doing. Dial that in. You probably can't see it, but there you can definitely see the pin right there. I've got this one. This one is good. This one is not. This one's okay. That one is the one that's laid over on its side. Martin's saying, here's some money just in case you butcher that thing and have to buy a new one. Thank you, Martin. I appreciate it. I don't know why you love these so much. This is a disaster. Okay, this is what's going on right here. But we did not mean to spend what 30 minutes on a pen for the fan, for heaven's sakes. All right, that may be. Now let me check it with my visual here. All right, they are off the back. This one now is bent over. I don't think you can see that, but unfortunately they keep bending together. If I could get these two separated. Separate. Keep hitting them right where they're crossing. There we go. Oh, there we go. Progress, progress. Yeah, it's harder. I can't. This is definitely helping, but oh gosh, I did it again. They're crossing like this, and every time I try and hit it, unfortunately I'm hitting, or I pull this one and it pulls this one over. So I'm like in this situation where I'm just doing this over and over, and I'm afraid if I'm not careful, I need something smaller than this. I gotta see if I can find something that's, I think I'm at the point now where I just need to separate them. I'm gonna try something. I saw something here earlier that might just be what the doctor ordered. We're gonna try this little guy right here. I get my big fat fingers out of the way. Ah, see, it did it again. Gosh. All right, 1, 2, and 3. Whew. All right, let me get my, here we go. We're going to try and get this last one. Oh boy. I know there's a lot of you out there going, why don't you just do A, B, or C? And I should probably check chat. I cannot, every time I put my finger in there, I can't see it. Let's see. Let's try this one. Maybe this will keep my fat fingers out of there. Oh, now see, I just bent that one back over. What in the world? Okay, now how do I get that one without? Wow. This is really, I don't know how to get that guy unbent from that wall. It just keeps hanging in there. I don't think you can see it. I don't think, does this have HDMI? I don't remember if this has HDMI or not. Let me see. Thought it had an HDMI out port on it, but I guess it doesn't. I could have sworn it did. Oh yeah, it does, but it's a micro. Shoot, I don't have an adapter. They couldn't just put just a regular HDMI port. Nope, got to do something different. I would plug it in for you if they did. Let's look at it from a different angle here and see if I can figure out maybe. Gosh, it's just up. I got all of them but that one right there. wonder how many people I've lost from the live stream because they're tired of me trying to fool around with this stupid fan here. Let's see. Or not the fan. Fan's fine. It's the pins, right? I need, there's got to be something, I've got to have something smaller. What in the world? Let me check chat, see if you guys have any recommendations. Sewing needle, that's probably, that may be my only choice. I really thought this would work. This is like the smallest, I guess a sewing needle. I may have to get a sewing needle. I don't even know where I have a sewing needle. So that's going to be interesting. Oh, that just bent it over the wrong way. Golly. I got it, but it bent. See, and I get my fat fingers in there, I can't see. It's actually a little disorienting too on this. Yeah, that's just worse. Because there's no way to grab this in a way that gives me any kind of... Let's see. Let me see if I can at least get this back to where it was. It's up, but it's still against the wall. Let me try. Let me check something. I might have something that will work. I think these are way too big. I don't think any of this will work. Let's see. But if I can, what I'm trying to do is if I can get behind it. I think these are way too big. Yeah, those are way too big. This pin number 2 is just going to kill us. How much longer do I go, guys? The live stream was going so well. I need something under that. Let's see. Where did that? Let's get these out of the way. Let me try something. I'm going to try something here. See if I can do a sneaky. I'm going to try something. I've tried this before and it might. Let me see if I can. I don't know if this will work. Straightened up all the other pins, but still got this one. I think you guys are right. I need some kind of sewing needle, and I don't know that I have a sewing needle down here. This is more engaging than a Netflix show. It is not. I am not unsoldering it, Mr. Landfill. No way. That is not happening. I mean, look at this thing. You can't see that. I mean, that's not going to work. I'm so close. That's the thing. It's almost, I've got, you can't see, but I've got 1, 3, and 4 perfect. If I could just get this one away from the top of it, it's bent back against the wall. So it's like this, and every time I move it, it just wants to go like this. I can't get anything under it, and I need to get something under it to pull it out like this. And that's where a needle, well, why don't I have a needle down here? I never have a needle. I don't even think I have a pin, safety pin. X-Acto blade. Ooh, X-Acto blade. I have that. Davey, you may have just saved my bacon. Hold on, I do have that. Good call. Let's see. All right. So got those. Let's see if I think that's a good call, because these are very, very, I got to be careful, obviously. But that might be, that could, Davey, you could, let's see. Let's go for it. Oh, it's nice and thin. Oh, I'm liking what I'm seeing so far. Now, if I can just be very careful. Careful. Let's go ahead and bend this back the other way. It's trying to hit that other pin right now, but get behind there. I can just get behind it now. Get my fat finger out of the way. Come on, come on, come on, come on. You're almost there. Oh, yes, yes. We got it off the wall. Okay, now I just need to straighten them up. Careful, very slow. Actually, I'm going to use my other tool now, because I think, yeah, this was perfect at lining. Yeah, there we go. That one's good. All right, so 2, 3, and 4 look good. Now I just need to bring number 1 back out a little bit. Ugh. Almost, guys, almost. Let me just separate these. All right. All right. Think I can get them. I think, oh my goodness, I think I can get the plug on there now. All right, let's see if that works. Let me test, see if, let me just look, see if there's anything, maybe, I know I shouldn't be messing with it. Let me just go ahead and make sure everything's off the wall like it should be. All right, I'm feeling pretty good about it. Sorry I couldn't plug this into here. I just didn't have my thing. Okay, we're gonna try it. I'm gonna try and plug this in. And if it goes, and I'll get caught back up on chat. So thanks for staying there with me. There's probably like 3 of you left. When I get back to chat, there's probably 3 of you hanging out with me. That's probably about it. All right, I'm going to go ahead and give this a shot. Holy cow. Now, don't do the same thing you did first time, you bozo. Apologies to all clowns out there. Okay, gonna try it. Now, generally, when you do this, they tend to line back up when you... Still being finicky. Man, this thing is really... You know what, I think I am going to... I think I'm going to pop the cooler off because it's too difficult with the... So let me go ahead and pop that off. And I'm going to take this post off right here too. All right, so what I've done is I've popped that off and this post right here. So now we're going to try it. Got it. Whew. Dude. How long does it take? And hopefully it works. I don't know. Now let me go ahead and put this back in. Wow. Watch the fan not work. Holy smokes. Holy moly. Here we go. Let me go ahead and get this out of the way. What would we have done without this guy? I don't know that I could have done that. This, and by the way, I didn't buy this. I want to thank the folks at Linkmicro for sending that over to the channel because I'm not sure I ever would have got that thing in there. Holy cow. Yeah, never unplug the thing for sure. But once it's seated, it looks like everything was in it. Hey, thank you, Chris. We have all been through bent pins. Retro stuff is all about problem solving and about the right tools. I love, who was it who recommended this? This was fabulous. Thank you for that. It was fabulous because, again, you know, they try and get these tips to be like really, not diamond pointed, but, you know, but super, right? So that was perfect. So great advice. Again, saved by the chat room, which happens all the time. How long have we been at this anyway? This live stream is the live stream that just keeps going on. Oh my goodness, I was hoping to be done by now. I think I'm okay though. I don't see any notifications that say I have to go. So Chris, thank you so much for that. Let me just spend a little bit of time here. I need a breather anyway. So let me, you know what? I haven't even had a chance to enjoy my L8. Let's see what's going on here. Oh my goodness, look, it's RetroCombs Inception. I love that. That's hilarious. Let me go back up here. I've got some thanking to do. Although you guys were chatty. I won't get through all of this, but let's see. Cubicle Nate, instructions are for cheaters. Yeah, not compatible with the official cooler. Pass through brass standoffs. Yep, you did that. If you touch a Commodore after a Mac, you get a virus. Oh, very funny, Mr. Landfill. Abacus is a Canadian company software. It probably is now. Were they around in the 80s, though? That's what I want to know. Doesn't the official cooler chip into... Okay, we did all that. The fan header is... yep, we found that, thankfully. Dave popped in. Yep, we said that. A couple of things there. No idea why the cooler cover... Oh, yeah, we did talk about that. LOL, this is fun. I had plugging a fan... Oh, yeah, I know, right? Yeah, it's great. Martin popped in. Hey, Martin, good to have you. Thanks for popping in. I saw you sneak in there, obviously, and everybody's thanking you. And let's see. Miss Linfield, I'm sweating with you, yeah. Whew, got it. I saw 2 guides on the plug should only go one way. Yes, it did only go one way. The problem was, I think, when I first tried it, I did it just enough. I don't know. Maybe it was backwards. Probably hot dog, yeah, yay. And again, thanks so much for the super chat. That was so kind of you to do that. Thank you for that. And going to need something stronger than Ale8. If you're in Kentucky, a lot of people, what they'll do with an Ale8 is they'll drop a little bourbon in. That's not what I'm doing right now. It may have helped. I don't know. I'm scrambling to my 5 in the meantime. Linkmicro, wow, 80 or 90. That is so reasonable. Oh, you're talking about the Link. Yeah, that is... it's pretty good. Yeah, it's pretty inexpensive, and I have used it. I can't tell you how many times. I am missing. Oh, there it is, right there, Martin. I want to thank you. Yeah, thank you again for your super chat. Where were we? What was the purpose of this live stream? I've since forgotten. Oh yeah, we were trying to see if we could get this thing fired up. Maybe the screwdriver blade hit it on the first push when the plug popped out. Maybe, I don't know. But it appears to be in there, gentlemen. So let's go ahead and continue on with what we were doing and see what else we can cause to break. So, all right, let me get this. I got to get this standoff back on here. So let me do that so we can go back to what we were originally trying to do, which was put this Pi. We haven't, goodness gracious, we'll be lucky if we get this thing operational. All right, so let me get this back on here. Wow. I'm curious how many of you are actually still watching. Let me see. I'm going to, unfortunately, I have to leave. I know, I get it, Stefan. Go to fire. Hey, cool. Enjoy your fireworks. Glad that you're doing that. That's way cool. Yeah, I lost a few of you. But thank you so much anyway. I appreciate you. Appreciate those of you that are hanging out with me. And maybe for somebody later, this will be useful. I don't know. This live stream will stay online, by the way. So again, maybe it'll be useful. Okay, so there we go. We have the standoffs. We have the active cooler in place. Let me go ahead and move this wire. I'm really leery of that stupid wire now. All right, so next is we need to put the hat on. So let's go ahead and do that. And let's try not to bend any pins, Stephen. We should be done bending pins. These are a little more, there we go. Oh, that's kind of a nice little, that's a slick little system, isn't it? That's pretty cool. All right, let's go ahead and screw these in. I enjoy. Oh, well, good. I'm glad you enjoyed it, and hopefully you can come back and watch and see if I was successful at breaking anything else. All right. So thanks for hanging out with us, Stefan, and enjoy your fireworks. Hopefully those will go off without a hitch, unlike this live stream. But I know that's why you all watch. You're now to the point where you understand that if I'm trying anything live, something wrong will happen, because that's just the way my live streams happen. But as a few of you said, that's just part of the hobby, right? You got to work through these things, troubleshoot. But again, my favorite part is the solutions. Almost always, for all my troubles, come out of the chat room. I learned so much by doing this with the chat room. And I think, in all honesty, and I'll try to be honest with you always, if you hadn't been around, there probably would have been a couple of expletives come out of my mouth. So you keep me safe. So that's good. Thank you all for that. All right, let me tighten this thing down. No strong expletives. My dad had a favorite expletive that I have carried on, and I won't share what that is, but it's one of my favorites, and it was always one of his, and it's not horrible. So Murphy's Law: if anything can go wrong, it will at the worst possible moment. Amen, brother. Yep, there it is, right there. All of us in the hobby, we get that. Okay, so there we go. I'm gonna reorient something here. Hold on just a second. Let's go back to our desk. Go ahead and bring this down. get you guys back a decent view here. I don't know if that's level or not. There we go. Oof. Oof. I shouldn't have messed with it. There we go. Okay. Wait a minute. Why did I just lose my computer monitor? Oh, no. What in the world? I've lost my computer screen. That's weird. I don't mean here. I mean my, oh, rats. Now what's going on? Hold on. Well, that's strange. Now do I not only have, I'm running blind. I am running blind because for whatever reason, I've lost my input to my, holy smokes. Is that right? Subsignal source? Yeah, that's right. That's right. That's right. Input signal. Yeah, that's right. Let me cycle through that. Maybe that'll. Murphy struck again for sure. Yep. All right. Now this is going to hopefully. Oh, that's not good at all. Oh, okay. So, all right. So that got me HD. Okay. So let me see if I can flip that back over. Huh. Looks like HDMI 2. Okay. So that's going to be off of this device. So hold on. Check all my plugs here. Yeah, see, that's the thing with this lavalier mic. You can definitely hear everything. Yeah, oh, there it is. It's back. Oh, yeah. Ah, found it. I don't know what's going on there. Okay, but we are back. So I would say, no, I'm not going to. Yeah, if I do that, that's a bad idea for sure. Okay, where were we? Oh, gosh, there we go. Let's go back to here. All right, so we have that. Now, the next thing we want to do is, I think we should boot first without plugging this in. Let's make sure everything is working here first. So let me go ahead and clean this up here. So we're going to have to plug in a few things. Now, I don't know if Cubicle Nate is still on, but Cubicle Nate, the cool thing about this is I'm running my Mac on this, and I'm going to run the Raspberry Pi with it. So this has a switch. I'm going to switch over from Bluetooth to the 2.4 right here. So we're going to plug this in. Let's use this one. Maybe. There we go. Then we're going to use that cheapo mouse we bought right here. We're going to plug that in here. Maybe. There we go. Okay. Then what I'm going to do is, here's our SD card. We're going to plug this in here. And let's just see if it boots. For the monitor, I am going to try something. I'm going to try and go to my capture device. Hopefully that will work. And I need an adapter, don't I? HDMI, micro HDMI. Holy smokes. I forgot about the adapter, guys, because this is not a full-size HDMI port. This uses those little micro. So Let's see. I know I have them all on my cameras, but boy, I don't think I have one. Do I have a spare? I guess I'm looking for a spare. Hang on. You can probably hear me rummaging through a box right now. So I guess, again, that's the nice thing about the lavalier mic is you can still hear me as I'm kind of looking around for, I know I had a, oh, wait a minute. I know where there's one. I think I know where there's one. There used to be one over here. Hold on. Where is that one? I was using this. Where is that one? Is that it? I know I had one, thought I was using on another area over here. Let me see. That's what these little things, they just drive me nuts. When you've got to have, that's one of the things about the Raspberry Pi. I get that they're trying to keep them small, but boy, it would have been nice if they hadn't. You know what I may have to do is I may just have to, we may be one camera short for the live stream, but that's okay. If I don't bring down the whole live stream. Let me check just one more. Oh wait, let me check. I do have some adapters up here. Let me see if I've got there. Nope, none in there. I guess I'm going to buy some more of those. You just never, if you're going to have Raspberry Pis, you just need a bunch of those micro HDMI to HDMI adapters. I mean, I'm going to have to buy like a pack of them. I might have a cable. Let me check and see if I have a cable, though. That I keep saying adapter, but I might just have a micro cable. I've got a lot of these minis, a ton of these minis. That's a camera. What's this one? Oh, is this one? No, that's a port to port. Micro. There's another micro. I need or mini. I need another micro. Wait, what's that one? Oh, that's oh, nope, that's wait, is that one? That's no, that's one of those minis instead of a micro. Is that, nope, that's another, I've got tons of minis. And that's because I have a couple of these monitors that, all right, so we're gonna borrow one off of one of our cameras, and we'll just be one camera short in the studio. But I know I had more than the ones I'm using in the studio. So I am going to have to buy some more just to have some spare. So I will do that. But to get through the live stream, we will, let's see, which camera is the least needed? Probably this one. Let me get rid of this one right here. So we're going to borrow this one right here. Yeah, we don't use that camera too much. All right, so here we go. Hey, I'm back, everybody. Did you miss me? Ding, 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 ding. Look at the screen. What? Look at the screen. What did I miss? If you don't need it, you have found 3 cables by now. He's literally 4 houses over. If Steven just read chat, so true. Oh, it's good. He's walking over. I just found this. Oh no. Is he actually on his way? Because I'm moving on. Jamie, you. Oh no. So here we go. I have one. So Jamie, I don't know if you, hey, we're good. Let me see if I can text him. All right, just texted him. There we go. Maybe we'll save him a couple of steps turning around. That's hilarious. All right, we're good. Thanks, Jamie. Appreciate the assist. And one of these days I may need to use it. Let's reserve that assist for later. All right. Holy cow. I know I'm going to owe you now. That's the thing. I'm going to owe him now. All right. So here we go. Let's go ahead and get this thing plugged in and see if we can get this to work. Now, which one does it go in? I believe we put it in, I don't know. Yeah, that's the other thing. You never know which one you're supposed to put it in, but we'll figure it out. All right. And then we'll plug into the capture card. All right. And then let's go ahead and go over to, well, we need some power first. Let's grab the power. The official power supply of the 2024 Olympics. Don't force it. Yes, Mr. Landfill. Yes, sir. Will not force it. Okay, so let's plug this in here. And let's go ahead and plug this in. And I can't show you, well, yeah, I could. No, yeah, I can show you what I'm plugging into, but I did keep that one. So if I go to the desk, so I do have a plug. Ooh, that's horrible. Let me fix that. Get everything tightened up here. There we go. There we go. Gotta fix this thing. There we go. All right. That may be a little crooked. I'll fix it in post, or fix it later. All right, so we have everything, and then we're gonna plug this in. I don't need this adapter right here, which is actually a USB-C adapter. Boy, I got a mess over here. I'm gonna have to clean up. All right, let's go ahead and let's go to our retro view right there, and we are going to plug in and see what happens. Hey, Evil Jay, couldn't make it until now. Well, hey, wow, you've missed a lot, my friend. So here we go. All right, we're in. Let's see what happens. Fan is working. Folks, fan is cooling. Fan works. We have a desktop. Outstanding. I need to fix that resolution. Hold on. Let me go ahead. I think I've got it in 16. I need to go to fan, just kick back in. Yeah, you made it just in time to boot for sure. There we go. Get that stretched out the way it's supposed to. Looks like we are in business. All right. We'll let that boot. I guess it's got to take a little bit of time. It's going to probably boot and expand the partition, do a couple of things. Why do I feel like we're in some kind of... Oh, there it is. Hey, folks, mouse works. Look at that. Okay, you are now connected to the wireless. Hey, and we're connected. See that? So very, very cool. This mouse is not great. Okay, folks, I would not buy the $5 mouse. I mean, it's fine for what it is. I'll use it for testing and things like that, but I don't know that I would recommend it. Okay, let's go back in here. All right, so this is the Raspberry Pi 5 running, and fans working. I'm digging it. Let's see what we have. This is the latest operating system, so we know we have what we need. Very cool. Here we have our Raspberry Pi imager. We could create an image from here too if we ever need to do that. I'm just curious. This is supposed to be really fast. Let's check and see how fast it is. I have clicked web browser. There we go. So we're Chromium. Let's go ahead and see. Let me flip this over to my 2.4. Ooh, this is going to be nice swapping back. Let's go to youtube.com/@retro. Oops. Oh, interesting. Interesting. Where's my @ symbol? Why isn't that? Oh, my keyboard is set to Great Britain. What is that about? Because the dollar sign, well, no, dollar sign was dollar sign that way. But the hashtag is pound, so something is wrong on my keyboard. I don't know. I think maybe I can use my old address. I think that'll get me there. Nope. We can fix that later. Let's go ahead and we'll just type in retroCombs. Let's see what retroCombs is up to right now. Oh, look, he's live and there's 12 people watching. Okay, so we're going to try something here. There we go. Watching me, watching you. How about that? So that's pretty fast. I will say that is a lot faster than... Yeah, that's a lot faster than the old version of the Raspberry Pi 4. Everything is much quicker. Not bad. Okay, and so we are running the latest version of Chromium, are we? Let's see what version do we have. Settings. Looks like we are running, oh, one more. Gotta go. Actually, I guess, oh, it's different. That's right. I'm thinking Chrome OS. I need to go down here and go to About Chromium. Looks like we're on 125. So that's, yeah, that's almost the latest version. I think 126 has just been released, but so that's very good. Outstanding. All right. Yeah, this mouse is hinky. What is this guy? Updates are available. Click to install. There you go. Let's go ahead and do that because I know we want to install our updates because you have to have the latest OS and firmware for the M.2 Hat to work. Now, one of the things I know that we need to do is we also need to update the firmware, make sure we have the latest version. So what we're going to do now is, let's go ahead and pull up here. Let's do a sudo raspi-config. And I think, let me update, make sure this is the latest version, should be. Yep. Okay, and then let me just check a few things here. Display, interface, RPi Connect. We're going to enable that. SSH is enabled, that's good. Performance, localization. Let's see, locale. Here we go. Let's get, can I just drop down? Nope, gotta scroll. Wait a minute, I thought it was US. Isn't it US? Why is the US showing up? Is it at the top? Oh, wait, it's English. That's right, English US. Yeah. There we go. There we go. All right. Ah. That's because I hit the wrong key. That's why. Rats. Jamie, if you've got other projects, don't feel like you have to hang around with me. This has gone on a lot longer than I thought it was going to. All right, so then tab. Okay. US. All right, that's going to take a while to generate that, usually. Okay, and then let's see, time zone. Yep, that's good. And keyboard layout, that's correct. And there we go. Yeah, I want to do that. And let's see, anything else here? Let's grab that. And I think that's it. Let's see if there's anything here that we want to grab. Should have already done that. Let's make sure. Yep, okay. So this will be the one right here that we need to do next. It's the boot order, but I think we've got some things to install before we can change our boot order for the NVE. So I think what we need to do now is shut this down, get our drive installed, but let's check our instructions first. So we'll come back over here, and it says enable the PCIe generated by default if you need to. Well, these are horrible. The PCIe interface is not enabled. To enable it, add the following configuration in boot firmware config.txt. Where is that? How do I get to that? I thought all of that was automated now when you did this right here. So let's try. I'll tell you what, I want to, and I probably shouldn't do this, but I believe we need to do this first anyway. So let's go ahead and do this. I'm not going to remember that. So embrace the shell, become one with bash. I hear you. So I can switch back and forth. Surely I can figure this out. So let's go ahead and let's go back to our retro, and let's go ahead and finish. Reboot now, yes. That's what I think too, Nodster. I'm sorry, I believe that's already done. Hey, thanks for putting that in there for me, Evil J. Well, that's a fast boot, isn't it? All right, so let's go ahead and we're going to load up the terminal. I believe this has already been updated. Yep, we're good there. Okay. So then the next thing it said was sudo raspi-eprom update. Oof. Okay. Sudo. Is that right? EEPROM, sorry. I wonder if I fixed my keyboard. Oh, it did fix my keyboard. Good. Okay. Sudo. Okay, there we go. Up to date. Good deal. We are up to date, so that's good. Advanced on bootloader. Choose late. Okay. Under advanced. Okay. Raspi. So we need to go back in there. Let's make sure we've done that. And we want to go to advanced options, bootloader. Advanced options. Bootloader version, and we want latest. Yes. There we go. That should set up there. Bootloader reset to default configuration. Okay. Let's see what else. Done that. Then reboot. Okay. We probably don't need to do that. So, but what I'm going to do is we're going to do a shutdown instead of a reboot, and then we're going to put in the SSD. Okay. So that's the plan. So let me get out of here. No, we just want to do a shutdown. And hopefully that's an option. Is that an option? I can't remember if that's an option. Let me close this. Where would that be? Log out. Shutdown. Is there a shutdown button on the Raspberry Pi now? On the 5? Is there a button that you can press? I don't remember. Okay, looks like it is shut down. So we're going to unplug everything. Well, not everything, just the power. All right. Yes, you can do that in terminal, yes. I'd forgotten that. Thank you, Patrick. Appreciate it. And then we're going to, let's see if we can get this thing installed. Wow, that is not what I'm looking for. Let's see. There we go. All right. A much bigger screw than. Holy cow. Another problem. They've got this darn screw right here so tight. That screw's supposed to come off there so that I can plug in this. Oh my goodness, what in the world? Halt was a bad word on the, yeah, it was. Power button is by the LED, is it? Oh yeah, there it is. Check it out, right there. Right there, power button. See that? All right. Yeah, if they think this is going to get that screw out of there, they're sadly mistaken. Oh, man. That is wild. And that's, wait a minute, is this too, did I get the wrong size? Oh, no. Look at that, I got the wrong size. Is that an issue? That's an issue. Rats. I thought I got the half height. I did not. I messed up, guys. So that means we're done because I cannot, this is supposed to be one of the smaller ones. I know, Mr. Landfill. How did I mess that up? I could have sworn I got the right one. So the good news is I think I can send this back still. So, and just swap it out. So I may do that if I'm not sure if I'm out of my window of time for this or not. I don't think so, but looks like I'm going to have to, if they'll let me. I know a lot of these things. It's got, I didn't know there is. It will, but here's the problem. If I use it, it's going to sit. I don't see. It's how do you keep it down? Because the screw is what keeps it flat. So I don't know how. I mean, that's just going to be awkward. See, that's not good. Plus, I can't get this stupid screw out. I don't know what in the world. Who put this thing in here? Oh, I just got it. When in doubt, put a pair of pliers to it. That is just our curiosity. Let's see. Yeah, see, that's not good. Well, rats. Who would have thought we'd end up in a day where we have USA? I know, right? Man, I think I'm going to, yeah, I'm going to send this back. And I am going to get what I'm supposed to have. So let me go ahead and put this back in the box. This should be, this wasn't that expensive, or maybe I have another use for this one. I think this was only maybe $20. I also need to change the link down in the video description. And probably, well, let me get this thing. And get it updated to the right one. I look at them. I think what happens, I don't know if you all have done this. I look at them. I'm getting them into my cart, and then I had a couple in my carts, and then I realized that the size I needed, because I thought this was the half size, and I just deleted the wrong one and ordered. So there you go. There's my life. All right. Well, so that's not bad. At least they can get that back. Oh, there's a little tear there, but that's okay. They'll figure it out. Oh, there we go. There we go. All right, so I'll probably do that. Anyway, let's see. What have we accomplished today? Yeah, going to be an issue if you want to put a case, and I do want to put a case on it. So, so this is what we got accomplished today. It's not exactly what I was hoping to do, but hey, by the way, if you want to support the channel, here you go. You can join up and become a supporter at buymeacoffee.com/retrocombs. And when you do, at the VIC 20 level, by the way, guys, if you're not, you get to join the Discord where you can continue to rib me about all the problems I have during my live streams. This is why I like prepared videos, because usually those go out and I know they're good. So I will leave this live stream live, because I think there's some things in there that might be of value. A little bit later on today, tomorrow, some point, I will add the time code so people can jump around, especially for that long period. They're probably going to want to jump over that. So I will put that in there. But it was kind of fun, though. I had a blast. How long were we at this? Let's see. Well, we've been at it for about, 2 hours? So got something done. I got a little further along with this, so that's good. Again, not as far as I had hoped to get, but, I learned more. I learned some stuff. So we're good shape. And I get to go see my grandniece here in a couple hours. So, and we got a chance to try out the new lavalier mic. So a lot going on. Also, one more time, want to thank those of you that sent me super chats, which is also another great way to support Chris. I always appreciate you doing that. Chris is also a member, so I really appreciate that he not only supports the channel on a regular basis, but also is dropping a super chat. Martin is the same thing. So Martin, again, thank you for your continued support of the channel. Appreciate both of you. And I'd be remiss if I didn't say, Jamie, thank you for being a great neighbor. Ready to rush down to give me, oh, that's what I need to order along with that SD card, is a couple of more of those adapters and just have those at the ready. So need to do that, and I will get that done. So, all right, that's it. I think that's it for me. Let me just check in on chat. And let's clean up here and see what's going on. If you have any last words of wisdom in chat, please put. What do we have today? We had issues with the wrong size. We had issues with the pins, the fan. My studio went out. I think we maxed the number. We didn't have a cable that we needed. I think we've had more issues in this live stream than we've had in any. So we broke some records today, guys. So thanks for being a part of that. Get some duct tape and you'll be fine. Yeah, just wrap that rascal, right? Just put it all in there. I know, duct tape is just perfect. Just a bit of tape will do. It'll still work, yeah, and I probably will, but we'll just go. I didn't know, yep, we talked about that, 4 sizes. Who would have thought in this day we'd end up where a thing the size of your thumbnail would have multiple terabytes? I know. Measure the length for sure. I will do that, make sure I get the right one. Why do I think that that's going to be more expensive than probably that was? That's what I'm thinking. Yeah, definitely. Going to be an issue if you want to put a case, yep. Every game made for Commodore will fit on it. You betcha. And as a matter of fact, Vice does run nicely on a Raspberry Pi with Raspberry Pi OS. If you put in, the best way to do that though, just as a reminder, Pi Apps is a great package installer. Make sure you always put that on your Raspberry Pi 4, 5, 3. Pi Apps. Trust me, it's great. You'll love it. It adds... it's kind of like a repository for stuff that Raspberry Pi chose not to include, but it has a bunch of scripts and everything you need that makes everything just kind of work. It's the only way you can get OBS to run on this. I'd love to see OBS running on a Raspberry Pi 5. That could be really cool. If I did that, I may have to try that. Have a great day. Back at you, my friend. You are very welcome. I'm sorry it was Hey, Max, did I say welcome? My gosh, I didn't even know you were here. Thanks, Max. I may have said it. I may have just been going, but thanks for showing up, and thanks for you're welcome for the stream fraught with challenges, right? Be safe for sure, everybody, as you end your 4th of July weekend. 1,850 games and 105 megs. That's amazing, isn't it? That's outstanding. Is there a master zip file that has, there is one. I'd love to, I didn't say there. If there is one, let me know. I'd love to know where that is. I think I found one at one time that had everything, but I don't remember. Good evening. Heading to Justin Hayward. Hey, enjoy that. And again, thanks, Davey K, for saving my bacon. I think you were the one who gave me the tip about the Zacto, so thank you for that. The smaller one will probably be more expensive. The smallest one is generally oh, great. So it's going to cost me more. Anyway, it'll be worth it. Not sure. We may do a follow-up in a future live stream to finish that up. If you're interested in that, let me know. Hey, guys, do me a favor. Thumbs up. As you know, I think we probably have most of you have thumbs up, so thank you for that. And then also, if you have time, it would be nice if you would just go ahead and drop a comment below too, because that, and then it just adds some engagement, helps these things rise to the top. So that is it for me. I think I have a button to play me out. I do. I have a little button here to play me out. Hopefully that'll work. retroCombs out. See you guys next time. Oh, let me clear that. And by the way, be sure to check out my Chapter 4 series of the Mega 65 Users Guide if you're a Mega 65 user. And also, there will be a video dropping about this little mic. You probably don't need to watch it because you've already seen it in action, but it's just going to tell a little bit more about the mic. So again, retroCombs out. See you guys. Appreciate you. I am out of here.